commander with the United Cajun Navy. And I just wanted to take a few minutes and thank a whole bunch of local people, local businesses, and some out-of-town people and organizations that were so instrumental in helping with this Riley Strain missing persons investigation. And these are some folks some who have been recognized and some who haven't, but I think that they all need to have some recognition. Dina Ivey from the Nashville Convention and Visitors Corporation, who helped us with some accommodations. The Town Place Suites in downtown Nashville. The Sonesta Nashville Airport. There's a Chick-fil-A who fed a whole bunch of our volunteers. I don't know which one it was, so I'm sorry. O'Reilly's Auto Parts also helped us out with getting some boat supplies that we needed. One of our dog teams was Jackson County, Mississippi Canines. They were very instrumental in helping with this. There was another out-of-state canine organization that also helped us, who prefers to just remain anonymous. But really, any search and rescue organization anywhere, they very, very rarely get the recognition that they deserve, and they surely do deserve it. There have been many, many lives saved and changed because of the dedication of these organizations. Adam Botilla from Environmental Works Incorporated out of Dupo, Illinois. He brought his own boat down here on his own nickel and assisted in the search. Skip Butler, who was our airboat pilot from Charleston, South Carolina, came down once again on his own nickel and helped us in the search. We had Alex and Jennifer Ward, who are local residents, and they were the ones that were just saturating the area with the missing Riley flyers. And they also were the ones that hosted the vigil last night, and just could not have been more helpful. There's a lady in Pennsylvania, and I apologize to you in advance, ma'am, I don't remember your name, but she printed up on her own nickel again 1,200 flyers and sent them down here so that we could distribute them. A young man by the name of Brandon Lawrence, he's a local boy, and he just showed up one day and said, I want to help, and he was out with us pretty much every minute of every day and night that we were out here. So big thanks to him. A couple young folks by the name of Seth and Brandy and Anna, again, remain a little bit more anonymous. They were with us dusk to dawn as well. And then there's 4 local guys who just came out with their own bow fishing boats and helped us night before last, and spent pretty much all night on the river. Their names are Ryan Cheatham, Shane Webster, Jonathan Bain, and a guy named Possum. That's the only name I have for him. And you know, certainly last but not least, all the local and national media, including y'all, who just helped to keep this in the front of the public and keep it in the spotlight as long as you did. A lot of times that's not the case. After 2 days it falls right off. But y'all were wonderful, and y'all were also very gracious to us and to the family, and we appreciate that. And finally, the Metro Nashville Police Department and their dedication and their graciousness to us as well. It's not always the case. You know, sometimes we show up to help in an investigation and we're kind of like the redheaded stepchild, and that certainly was not the case in this investigation. So big thank you to everybody. Thank you to the public. Thank you to the online community, everybody who tried to help. Could not be more grateful to you.
You know, this case really did capture the attention of the nation. What stood out to you about this case?
Well, I'm a father, first of all, and I know if my child went missing, my oldest one is now, she'll be 40 this year, 42 this year, and she's still my daughter. If she went missing, I'd want everybody to do what everybody did here, you know, to help her. Beyond my personal perspective, though, the United Cajun Navy, that's our mission. We all feel that we're called by God to do what we do. And you know, when God calls you to do something, you just better do it. So we're nobody special. We're just people trying to help people who need help. And that's what we do, whether it's a missing persons investigation or a disaster response or whatever the case is. Sometimes it's just taking supplies to folks who don't have it, whether it's clothes or food or medical needs or whatever the case might be. And you know, the biggest point is that Riley's family reached out to us and asked for help. And when people do that, we're not going to tell them no if we can't.
Let me ask you, unfortunately this wasn't the outcome that we wanted, but how are you feeling at the end of this investigation?
You know, it's funny, I posted a little meme today on Facebook. It was a picture of a little panda bear trying to crawl up on this beam that was this direction, and he was got himself up on it, and then he just fell like this and hung over it and just laid there. That's kind of how I feel, you know, right now. We're grateful that we were able to find Riley for his family. But I guess on the whole, my overall description would be that I am just absolutely so honored and humbled and grateful to have been able to help Riley's family this way. Wonderful bunch of folks. We've adopted each other. We're all family now. But it certainly is disappointing. It shatters your heart. You know, I've lost a daughter myself several years ago, and it shatters your heart, especially when you can feel what that family is feeling. But you know, we keep on keeping on. That's what we do.
Poor Mom, I'm wrapping things up on my end, but can I ask, how is the family doing?
As well as can be expected. You know, they had some folks over to where they were staying here after their presser last night. There was myself and Skip, the airboat pilot, and a bunch of their family and friends came over, and it was cathartic. You know, we were able to just kind of fellowship together, and there was some laughter and things like that. It's going to be a long road for them, very long road for them, again, speaking from experience. But fortunately, they have a large family, and they have an extensive support system, which is critical, obviously, in a situation like this. Mama was pretty tore up when she first got the news. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was able to be there with them when that happened. So, you know, when you hear a mama just wailing at the top of her lungs because she just lost her baby, it just crushes you. But I think they'll be fine. They are very, very strong in their Christian faith, and they know that they know where Riley is, and they know that they'll see him again someday in glory. You know, that's what I hung my hat on when I lost my daughter, and that's what they have to hang their hat on as well.
You guys aren't leaving the area, though, is that right? Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, I personally am going to be leaving to head back home tomorrow morning, while I still have a home to head to. And we do have some assets on the ground here locally. There's a missing child case, Sebastian Rogers, which I'm sure pretty much everybody is aware of right now. I can say very, very little about that because it is an active situation right now, but we do have some assets on the ground there. Sebastian's father reached out to us and asked for help, and so we're going to try to help up there as much as we can. If there's more information that can come out later on, I certainly will let you all know, but that's kind of all I can speak to at this point.
Are you able to say, like, how many people, assets, or kind of what types of assets at least are out there?
No, sorry.
One request that I asked kind of before, but, you know, what do you guys think you can bring to this investigation?
Well, you know, once again, like I said, we're nobody special. You know, we're just people helping people. We have a lot of different skill sets and a lot of different areas, and I think our biggest thing is our dedication. You know, we don't have any ulterior motive or any agenda of our own. We're not out there for self-glorification. We're not out there to make money on any of this stuff. We're just out there to help people. And, you know, whether that's going to be something that we can add to the mix that somebody else can't, I can't really say. You know, we just want to help whatever way we can. Mm-hmm.
Sebastian's father contacting you, is that how the Cajun Navy got involved? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And have you spoken with the mother and stepfather?
I have not, no.
Let me ask you, you're wrapping up here. You've solved one missing persons or helped aid in that, and now you're leaving behind kind of another case. What would you like to see in the Sebastian Rogers case? And I guess going back to your point about the importance of not forgetting about these missing people.
Right. Well, obviously, we'd like to see, first and foremost, we'd like to see Sebastian found safe and sound. That's, I think, everybody's hope, and that's always our hope, is to find, regardless of what the evidence and circumstances might point to the contrary, our hope, and we always hold on to that hope until we find out we can't anymore, that person will be found safe and sound, returned to their family. So that's always our hope.
And are you asking for more volunteers here with this in the same?
On the Sebastian case, not at this time. No, if it comes to a point where we think we will need some additional volunteers, we certainly will reach out to media. We'll put it on social media. Usually, the best source of information for anything that we're involved in is our Facebook page.
Yep. Can you say anything about maybe what areas are being searched for Sebastian?
I'm sorry, I can't speak to that.
Okay. How long will the Cajun Navy resources be in town for Sebastian, or can you?
I can't speak to that right now either. It's going to be largely dependent on the direction that the investigation takes.
Okay. Can't say what the search entailed today, or if you'll be searching tomorrow?
I'm sorry. I've said all I can.
Fair enough.
I don't want to be, rude to you, but I've said all I can at this point, yes.
Anything else we should have asked, or anything else you'd like to add?
Well, and this is all I can say about it at this point. We are about to get involved in another missing person case. That's all I can tell you right now. I have not spoken with the family yet, and so unless and until I do, that's all I can say. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have some more information about that.
Is that here locally?
I can't say.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you. And once again, thank you to everybody.